Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar.
And we are here to introduce you the exchange standards of each and every internship that we provide as AIESEC for our exchange participants. So let's start.
Yeah, and we will introduce ourselves. And my name Yana. I'm team leader of EcoMind project.
And my name is Ola. I am a team leader of Shape Ukraine project.
Yeah, and the first what about we want to say it's your qualitative experience is your leadership development. So
Yep. Kinda why it is so, because AIESEC is a platform which provides leadership. So this is the main and the most important thing that we are working on here in AIESEC. And how actually we do this? What is our leadership development logic and what is our leadership development model itself? So we as AIESEC deliver 16 standards of internship. These are 16 kinda standards itself, sorry, which are the necessary minimum to provide to you so that your experience will be really high qualitative and will really be remarkable. Through this 16 standards that we as AIESEC provide, we facilitate inner and outer journey of our interns. So this is really that internal and external journey that you will take during your AIESEC experience, during your internship. And this is how throughout all of it you can develop actually your leadership. So kinda how we see it in AIESEC, it consists of these 4 qualities. So during your internship you will be able to develop these 4 qualities of leadership, and this is how we can really measure whether we have done our work in a good way and we have provided you with a good leadership development experience. So let's get a closer look to the leadership development qualities themselves.
yeah, so what about leadership development qualities? The leadership development quality describes the outcome of the leadership development journey we provide to our customers, so for you. So and the 4 leadership qualities are what we want to see our customers get after going on an exchange or finishing a team experience.
Yep. So, how we do it? We do it through providing you with inner and outer journey. What it is? This is, as I said, this is the trip, let's call it a trip that will really help you to go through your leadership experience. So it consists of outer journey. This is the one that we as external people can provide you with. So for example, and each part of outer journey reflects into inner journey, and it all goes throughout itself, and this is how we can really see the impact that we develop and the impact that you make by your internship here. So for example, we set individual responsibilities and goals with you, what you want to achieve, measurable stuff, and you yourself, with our help as well, you set your personal goals, how you want to develop yourself in this internship itself. We can give you the challenging role and the challenging environment here, which is not known for you, and which the one that it will be out of your comfort zone, and that's how during your experience you can reflect on your work. You can reflect how you change yourself through this environment and through this internship. Also, we can make you interact with multiple stakeholders. For example, you will not only, if you work, for example, your main job description is working in school, it doesn't mean that you will have to work in school only, because you will also have to, for example, conduct speaking clubs, also present your country and your culture on the global village, maybe also to have to participate in some sort of event and also to present a problem or present yourself. It is also extremely important, and this is how you can, for example, you can understand what are your personal values. So what do you think is the most important in each human being for you, and this is how you can develop yourself. Also about support system, we will provide you with bodies. So those are those are the people who will help you to make your experience better, who will help you to deal with some problems and to do all of that. And certainly you can turn to us as AIESECers who organize this project, your teams, and we will also help you, we will also manage it all for you to have a really good and high qualitative experience. And this is how you can really leave your exchange and afterwards, once internationalizing the learning you had, so you can really become a better and another person after the end of your internship. So this is what the inner and outer journey is about, how we do all this stuff. And so let's get closer kinda how we deliver inner and outer journey.
So it's about standards, and standards are the key activities what we as AIESECers need to deliver to you, to our customers. So through ensuring standards, we facilitate inner and outer journey for the customers, for you, which in the end develop the leadership qualities. So focusing on the standards means we are delivering on the value we promise to you, and it is the essential bottom line.
Yep. So let's get kinda to the core of the webinar, closer about the standards themselves. So as you have seen it on the previous slide, the standards are divided into 4 main parts. The first one is development. This is about your development kinda in general, about the changes that has to happen to you and what we as AIESEC has to provide to make these changes happen inside of you. Also, there is a block called logistics. This one is about delivering all the logistic stuff for you not to care about, for example, the same visa and work permit, because we can help you with it. And you don't have to be afraid, for example, that you will be left alone in the airport, or that you will have to go by yourself to airport once your internship will be finished, because we also have to help you with this. The next one is about job. So this is all about all the stuff that is about your job, about your working hours, about the duration of your day, about our support that we give you in the first day of work. And the last block is about living kinda itself. AIESEC also helps you to make the insurance. It helps, we as AIESEC in Dnipro, we provide you with accommodation, so you don't have to pay for your accommodation. And the last one, that we also as AIESEC in Dnipro, we provide you with basic living cost knowledge, so that once you come to Dnipro, you know which sum of money, for example, you need to take, how expensive all the stuff is, and so on. So let's get closer to each and every standard and how we as AIESEC has to provide it. So the first standard itself is the personal goal setting. You with your local committee, the one where you come from, you set personal goals at the beginning of your internship. How do you do it? You do it based on the leadership development assessment that you can take on EXPA, on the portal from which you applied. So this, for example, this is my leadership development assessment that I was taken when I was the member of another project in the beginning of my experience. So here you can see which leadership development qualities are developed in you more, which are developed but not so much, not so enough. So that you, with your AIESEC local committee, you can set what you can do, and which which leadership development qualities you need to work on. And that's how we have to align your job description with these personal goals that you have established with your local committee in AIESEC. The next one is about that the standard number 2. Yes, it is about outgoing preparation. So it is also up to your local committee, the one where you come from. For example, yeah, kinda. This what should happen during this what should happen to make these standards happen? Sorry. Your home entity must offer you an outgoing preparation. So it is for your leadership development. During this preparation, they will also tell you about the AIESEC purpose, kind of AIESEC way, how we work, what we do, what has to happen for you in the end of your internship, and everything like this. So it is the general preparation for you. So before your experience, you already know what you need to wait for and how in general all the internships in AIESEC are running. And the standard number 3 is about expectation setting. This one, we as AIESEC in Dnipro, we provide you with this standard. So what it is about? Firstly, we need to provide you with a written information about the country, the territory where your internship will be held, and this kind of has to include the minimum information about culture, about political situation, about safety, about living standards, home and host contacts, and so on. Yeah. All this information is provided for you already in that written format, in that minimum promise document that you that you had to read and that you had to sign. So if you read it carefully, it is all mentioned there. But to repeat it all, to make sure that you all understand it and you all heard it, the basic information about culture. Oh well, Ukraine is quite and opened for foreigners, and it really has got it's really a little bit maybe hard for us to tell you about the culture just in words. But anyway, yes, kinda. It has got quite long history, and well, it's also quite unique. And in general, what you really have to know, that we are quite open, that we might have some stereotypes about foreigners, but not so much, so it won't affect your work. The next one is about political situation. You might have heard that their political situation in Ukraine is not very stable, and it's not very it's not very good. But in fact, here in Dnipro, everything is okay, everything is safe, and this is why we run international internships. So you really don't have to care about that. Maybe it's not very safe to come to Ukraine or to come to Dnipro, because it's totally okay. And no extra things are happening here. People just live their ordinary life. About living standards, well, as it was mentioned during your interview, you will live in dormitory or you will live in host family. This will be more. We will tell you more about this exactly in the 15th standard. And about the contacts, kinda you already have the contacts of our AIESECers and of us, kinda of me and of Jana, so you can contact us whenever you want, whenever you need, and this is how you can reach us, and you can ask us for any information that you require. So this is about the general expectation setting. It's quite a big standard, and we're moving forward.
Yes, so, and the next one is standard number 4, incoming preparation. So what about this? We, like a host entity, must offer an incoming preparation for leadership development for your leadership development, and follow up on your personal goals set before traveling. Once you arrive to the host entity, so in Dnipro, and before the internship starts. So, and what's the next one? Next one is standard number 5, development spaces with opportunity provided. So what about this? We, like a host entity, must ensure that the opportunity provider provides at least one space to align job description with personal goals, and one space to debrief on it before the end of the internship. And the last one, but not the least, it's standard number 6, debrief with AIESEC home. So we, like a home entity, must offer a debriefing for for your leadership development, and including space for checking on personal goals and the end of the internship. So it was all about development, and the next one, it will be about logistics.
Yep. So what we as AIESEC home, no, AIESEC host, sorry, AIESEC in Dnipro, will have to do to provide you with this. The first one is about visa and work permit. You will be sent the invitation letters, which are the letters that are needed for you to get the visa easier, and really to have much less troubles with this. So if you, as you might remember, you were all asked to send your the photo of your passport. So this is what we need it for. We needed to make these invitation letters, and then we will send it to the embassy of Ukraine in that country where you come from, and this is when this is how it will be really much easier for you to get visa and to enter Ukraine itself. The next standard is about arrival pickup. So we, as AIESEC host, we have to provide you with arrival pickup. So we meet you, whether it will be airport or whether it will be train station. We will meet you there, and we will help you to get from the place where you come to airport or railway station. We will help you to get to your host family, to really to find yourself here, so you won't, feel lost and feel I don't know, forgotten once you come. So we provide you with arrival pickup. And the next one is departures report, kinda the same as it was, but a little bit different. When you leave Ukraine, we also help you with this. So, for example, you must leave Ukraine just in the when a little bit earlier, maybe a day earlier, when your visa runs out of when it stops being valid. So we check all of this really also, and when you make visa, we also mention all this, that you need to leave no earlier than on this date. And also, when you leave the country, we also help you to get to the airport, to get to the railway station, so that you really feel the support, and you have this support actually. And this is how we provide the standard number 9.
Yeah, and the next one is about jobs. So the first one in standard, it's standard 10, job description. What is the job description? Description creating for each of you, and why we need it? It's for clearly state individual responsibilities and goals. So you will have your job description with all things that you will have on your internship. And the next one is standard 11. It's about duration. So the internship lasts from a minimum of 6 weeks. You will go to the global volunteer project, which will be from 15 January to 27 February. So this is these 6 weeks for global volunteer project. Yes, and the next one, it's about it's standard number 12. So it's about working hours. As you know, the activities related executing the job description are the minimum of the 25 hours per week for global volunteer. Yep. And the last one.
And the last one is assisting the first day of your work. So we as AIESEC host, we will support you with the first day of your work. So either we as AIESECers themselves, or your bodies as the people also who are mostly from AIESEC, and they help you with all your internship, with all the problems, with all the troubles that you might have. They will either us or your bodies, they will assist you on the first day of your work. So they will help you to get to know your stakeholders, to get to know all the people that you will work with. And this is how you can really you can really have this support while being in your working place. And one thing that I guess we have forgotten to mention, the questions that you see on the slides, these are the questions that you will be asked in the end of your internship. This is the question about each and every standard. And this is how we can really AIESEC International created the survey about to find out whether we really provided all these standards, and whether the exchange was really a good one. So you will have to answer all these questions, and if you answer yes to all these questions, this is how you can become complete. And yes, I guess about what is complete, we will tell you about leaving. Sorry, it was a little bit spontaneous. So, yes, about leaving, and the first standard is about insurance. So, what does it mean? That your home entity ensures that you have got a valid insurance policy to cover basic medical costs for the duration of the exchange. So we, in cooperation with your AIESEC home committee, we tell what sort of insurance you need to have for it to be valid, for it to be needed, really. And your AIESEC home helps you to make this insurance. So this is about the standard number 14.
Standard number 15 is about accommodation. So what about accommodation? The accommodation standard conditions and costs during the internship correspond to the information provided on the opportunity. So AIESEC arranges this accommodation for you. And the last one, really last one, it's standard number 16, basic living cost. So so the opportunity specifies if any financial or non-financial compensation will be provided during the internship, and the actual conditions correspond with it. So yeah, and
yes, so kind of about what is Sorry about the being spontaneous. Yes, but what is actually complete? Yes, after your internship, when you already come back to your home, one part of the debrief with your AIESEC home will be the checking out whether all these standards were provided. So you will have the survey, and all these questions were from this survey. Um, and the matter is kinda that you have to answer yes for all these standards to become complete. This is how we as AIESEC in your local committee and AIESEC in Dnipro can make sure that we really developed yourself in a good way and that you really had that leadership development that we as AIESEC had to provide. So if you answer no for any of these questions, this internship won't be counted as complete, and this will mean that something we have made wrong and something wasn't provided. So what does it mean? That we as AIESEC, you need to be aware about these exchange standards. This is why we conducted all this webinar, and you now understand what AIESEC really has to provide you, what is the basic stuff, the measurable stuff which we provide for your leadership development. So if you see that during your internship or before your internship some sort of stuff hasn't been provided yet, you can always turn to us as AIESEC in Dnipro, or you can turn to your LC, and this is how you can make sure that you really have that high quality leadership experience and leadership development. So you can always check out the standards by yourself, and if you think that something wasn't provided or something wasn't provided in a really good way, as good as it should be, you can turn to us. So this is how we really have to finish this webinar. Thank you very much for...
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you for being here, and it was really a great pleasure to have this webinar for you. If you have got any questions, just don't hesitate to approach us, and we will answer everything that we have to.
Yes, so thank you one more time, and goodbye. Good luck on your intern.